Hey crafters, Leo with Dreaming Tree, and welcome to the assembly video for our money cake. I've seen these floating around. They're quite popular, especially come graduation time. And it's pretty simple to put together. I'm gonna walk you through it. Shouldn't take more than like 5 minutes maybe. It's very easy to cut them out as well. And you have 4 black pieces that are part of your main base. And we have 2, so here, let me lay these out so you can kind of see the difference. Okay, so 2 of them have these little tabs that come out, and there are little score marks there. And these are going to create sort of like the supports for the various tiers. And then we have the 2 main structures with tabs at the bottom. So what we're going to do, we're going to first start off by gluing these main pieces together, back to back. Now this is black cardstock, so I want the texture facing out. I'm just going to line these up against each other. Try to line them up as accurately as you can. Do not put any glue on these tabs on the bottom. We're going to use those later. Okay, next, we're going to take one of these, place one on one side and one on the other side. You want to make sure that you do not put any glue on these tabs. You want to flare them out. Just make sure that they are far away from your glue, as far away as possible. We don't want to do anything to those just yet. Okay, and one's going to go on one side, the other is going to go on the other side, like so. Okay, just like that. And then we'll go over to the other one, same thing. You notice that we created a little set of markers on this piece to help you align the little scalloped oval that is going to house and contain your sentiment. Now, we're including this with a sentiment for graduation, but it's my intention to create some additional ones for birthdays and various money-giving occasions. Okay, all right, so the main structure is now in place. And what we're going to do is we're going to start at the bottom. Okay, and here's how this is going to work. We're going to take, well, let's make sure that we've got the right pieces here. Let me lay these out so that you know what we're dealing with here. Okay, now obviously this is the little scalloped oval that is going to contain our little congrats caption that we're including. I'm cutting this out of a gold foil. I think that's appropriate for graduation. So all these pieces are going to go right there. Now this is for the top tier, these 2 pieces. We're going to use those in a minute. Okay, then obviously we have this. We're going to use 2 of these. Those are going to go together. And then this is going to go, these 2 pieces are going to go together. The first thing we're going to do is take this piece and slide it over all the way down as far as it'll go to the very, very bottom, like so. Okay, we're going to take these tabs and glue them to the underside of this gold piece. Just make sure that it's nice and flat. We'll flare the other one out, apply our glue, and fold that under. Press it down so that it looks like that. And then we're going to cover it up, which will also sort of reinforce the bottom. So we can go ahead and apply glue to the entire bottom. And we'll close that up. So it's going to hide the tab and also make the base a little bit thicker. Do your best to line up the scallops as accurately as possible. There we go. Just like that. And that should pretty much stay up straight. Once we actually roll up the money and get that all in position, it will really stay in place. All right, so next we're going to take these 2 pieces and glue them back to back. You want to make sure that the slits line up. You don't want it like that because otherwise it won't work. So let's go ahead and begin by applying glue around the scallops. And then let's do a little bit on the inside. Grab the other one. Again, lining up the little slit and get that aligned as accurately as possible. Now this is a white core gold foil, textured. So the white, you can see it on the side, but I don't really mind it. If you want to ink it, you can. I don't think it's a big deal. So now that we have these two back to back, we're going to slide this down to the bottom tier as far as it'll go. And then we're going to take and apply glue to each of these tabs. And glue that to the bottom. Now I'm gluing cardstock to foil. This textured foil usually grabs cardstock pretty well. It's the mirror foil that sometimes gives me issues, but it should be okay. All right, then we'll go over to the other side, apply some glue to this tab, then fold it right under and press it down. Okay. Just like that. Okay, so our first tier is almost done. We're going to take these two, same thing as we did with that bottom tier. Begin by applying glue. And line up the slits. Make sure that everything else is also nicely aligned. Press it together, press it down. Then we're going to take this and slide it over the base. And we'll do the same thing. We're going to apply glue to the smaller little tab here. And I'm going to dab that with my finger. I think it was too thick. And then press it up against the bottom of this next tier. Try to keep it as flat as possible and keep pushing it down as far as it'll go. There's a little lip there that will catch it and prevent it from going any further down. Okay, we'll do the same thing on the other tab, then push that up against the bottom. Okay. And that's pretty much it. And then of course, we left it like this so that you could technically put whatever you want on top. And we've included this little element here. And there's a lot of little scallops here. So do your best to try to get glue on as much as you can. You can kind of run your bottle over it like that. It really shouldn't, well, I mean, if there's nothing there, it's not going to apply glue. So just be very careful and line that up as accurately as you can. Try not to blemish your foil if you're using foil. There we go. Just like that. And then we have a white layer. That's in your main download. And we're going to take and center that right on this oval. I actually cut that out of a white pearlescent just to kind of maintain the glittery feel of this whole project. And we have another gold foil element. That's going to go on top of this. Nice and centered. Try to maintain a nice white even border all the way around. Just give it a little nudge here or there to get that centered. And then this is the element that comes in your extras folder. We've included an SVG file for our Cricut users, and I'm using a silhouette lately. I prefer the ping file. It's a lot easier to work with. And that's going to go right in the center. Again, try to maintain a nice even border all the way around. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, and then you'll notice that there's a series of little score marks there, and that again is to help you get that nice and centered. Look how pretty that looks. Okay, which means that you can take and apply glue to this top part above those little markers so that you don't get glue where you don't need to. And that's exactly what I did. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to flip this over. And I actually went a little bit too high because I forgot that there are holes there. So really just put your glue here, just towards the top. That's plenty. And if you're not perfectly aligned, it's not the end of the world. But the markers are there to help you. Okay, now this is gold foil going on cardstock, so you can see that it doesn't grip immediately. But there's that, okay? And it stands up nicely. I didn't get a bunch of crisp dollar bills, but that's okay. And all you're really gonna do at this point is just wrap these up, roll them up, take a time machine back to your youth in the 70s and just roll them up. And then you're just gonna, actually, I always tell you, don't roll them too tight. If you know, you know. But you get the idea here. This is gonna hold 20 bills. I just did dollars, but these can be 5s, these can be 20s, these can be 100s, whatever you wanna do. You're gonna put, I like to face the dollar bill out if you can. You're gonna put, what is it, I don't know. Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, there's 8 here, which means there's 12 on the bottom. So 12 there, 8 there. I'll show you the second tier. And they're slightly offset, so they're not fighting each other. You get the idea. It's just a cute little way to give somebody some money, especially for graduation or a birthday. We'll definitely make some bonus captions for this for birthdays. And I'll take your suggestions. If you have a suggestion for what type of caption you would like to see added to this, so you get the idea there. And that's it. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please, please, please visit us on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button, hit the bell so you get notifications anytime we release a new project, whether it be paid or free. We have 64,000, approaching 65,000. Just tell like 1,000 of your friends to subscribe to our channel. But that's gonna do it. Hope you enjoyed it. And as always, I look forward to crafting with you again. Hey, thanks for crafting along with me. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, check out some of our other videos and please consider hitting that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to visit our site and check out our free SVG section where you'll find over 140 free SVG files complete with assembly tutorials. I'll see you in the craft room.